Good morning and welcome to this gorgeous space that I come to quiet my mind. And I would love to bring in a topic today of kindness and respect. Respect and kindness. And who am I? My name is Shari. I'm a healer and I've been healing people, some of you know, for over 20 years now. I was trained by a Maori Tahunga many years ago. He has passed in 2006, and he handed down to me a lot of wisdom, as I say, a lot of energy and wisdom. Throughout these years of working with me, he trained me and helped me to undo a lot of my old programming, my ancestry, and a lot of old demons. Now this is the work that I do. And he prepared me for these times. And I've mentioned that these times are here. And I know a lot of you are feeling that and reaching out and asking for help around how to stay neutral in these times. Now, where I'm going to start with this is that there's a lot of commotion, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of energy bringing you into a very heated place. And these heated places are sometimes traps for us to take our energy, take our focus, take our awareness. And so how do we function in this time? And it might help if some of you know that there's a war going on, a spiritual war, and this war has been predicted. A lot of the negatives that have ruled this planet for a very long time are being challenged from the light that's coming through. And the light that's coming through is creating ripples. This is and the negatives are creating such a wall, a disruption to keep people spinning, to keep their frequencies locked in places where they don't belong. And if you know this, if you truly know this, then you can begin to make choices to allow you to maybe make different choices. I urge you all to please listen to me now. I've mentioned many times, going out into nature, into grounding, and this is vital now. If you can't get to nature, then at least bring yourself to a park, stare at flowers, but it's important that you ground, because if we're not in our bodies now, they can be ushered into places where we don't want them. And the people who are watching this now, and maybe some new ones, know that this is my work. Paying attention, going from here to here, going from here to here, grounding our energy, grounding, opening our hearts, and commitment to focus our attention, our awareness, our emotions back into a place that is neutral. Now, how do we get to, with all this going on, there's wars, not just the war that we are hearing about, but the bigger war. And the bigger war is a battle of our consciousness, practicing respect and kindness in all areas of our life. Meaning there's everyday opportunity. There's people in our path. You go to school, you go to work, whatever you're doing, you're bringing out, you don't have to be the nicest person, but bringing out respect for them, kindness to them. This is the practice. Besides grounding and our well-being and all that, but kindness and respect to all people. Kindness and respect to animals. Kindness and respect to men, women, all walks of life. And the judgment, even that, we can start to see how we are being treated, to take sides constantly with all men, female, black, white, gender, this stuff. But I mean, think about it. Think about it. Really think about it. Stop this now. It's kindness and respect for all humans, all animals. This is a man-made thing to disrupt us. Stop the focus out there. Go for a walk. Get into nature and get back to that pure place. Most of you will agree that this pure place, there is no, they're the bad guy, they're the good guy. It's humankind. And also, to remind you, a lot of the information that you're being fed from the mainstream is toxic. It is infiltrating your brain in the way that the narrative wants you to see things happening. Be aware of this because it is actually true. Not just a conspiracy, but it's true. You really need to unplug your mental mind and body and spirit from that out there. So back to my teacher and what he was teaching me all those years. He talked about energies that have been on this planet for a long time. And he said to me, and many of you have heard this story and heard many of my stories, but have said that there's energies on this planet now, Shari, but they don't want to go. It is time for them to go, but they don't want to, and they're going to fight. And what I'm trying to explain here today is that this fight is going on right in front of your eyes in many, many different ways. And the whole mainstream, and a lot of it is just a huge distraction from the truth. And that's why I'm urging you all to regain your power, regain your frequency. What do I mean by frequency? How you vibrate out into the world and into the universes. It's much bigger than we've been programmed to believe. And how we're putting our energy out into all the different dimensions is important now. Frequency. And that is everything you're thinking and feeling. So as we're being triggered and we're putting out frazzled energy into all the ethers, to the different universes, out into time and space, this is what we want to stop now. Now. And take our power back and remain neutral. And through kindness and respect for all things, including ourselves, and unplugging from the idea that's being fed to us of how we need to think, how we need to eat, how we need to feel, how we need to be in this world, playing with our emotions constantly. Now you need to feel this. Now you're meant to like this. If you're really watching and paying attention, this is in fact what's happening. And my prayer now to all of you, and my urge to all of you, is that you start to know this tremendous love and goodness that is coming down to the planet now. Of course, a lot of you aren't seeing it. Maybe some of you kind of getting little drips and drabs. That we can connect with this that there is guides, there are frequencies of light, there are so many helpers that are supporting us and giving us the help. But we got to meet with them halfway. And like I said, this is a war on our focus. This is a war on our consciousness. And some of you might be going, yes, yes, yes. And some of you might think this is silly, but I'm talking to you that knows what I mean. Now, and how did my teacher explain this time and explain these happenings? Why is this happening? Why is this even a war? And that is another maybe topic, but also to bring in that we are more than 7 chakras. You know, I was being shown a long time ago how high our auras actually are. We're actually many, but there are 12 chakras, and they go up into the higher realms. And some of you have been traveling and working on yourselves and opening up the higher places. A lot of these purposely have been shut down for a reason. And as they begin to open, there are many distractions that want to go, no, not you. You're not going higher. You're not going to reach these higher places. You kind of know what I mean when you start to get more psychic, when you start to just know things and feel energy and experience, you know, all the beautiful things. And there's so much distractions from you opening. I guess I got a few people in mind right now that I'm talking with. But again, be very mindful and how you clearing yourself, keeping yourself clear from distractions. And there's a lot. And I won't go into so many of the details, but you kind of know what I mean. And like I say, getting from the mental plane back into the heart plane and getting in your body. We need to be, as I said in many videos, there's a fly around me, grounded. And the importance of that now is vital. And it's not just a nice concept to be a earth mama. It's a reality that we need to practice and live and be. And as I say, kindness and respect, vibrating that out into our day-to-day life is going to be a key for allowing you to really form partnership with people and goodness with your neighbors and peacefulness with your relatives, your mom, your dad. It's not about me getting you to think a certain way and I'm awake now, I think this way and you're a loser. No, this is not the reality. We don't want that here. Kindness and respect, respecting those, even if they don't think like you, even if they don't have the same religion as you, even if they dress differently or they have different rituals than you. Kindness and respect. Let God be the judge. Let God do the judging. Kindness and respect for everyone here now. A lot more doors are going to open. You know, even if you're on the freeway, someone's trying to get in, let them go in. You know, you're going to notice an easier flow. You're going to notice that having that energy with those around you, even like in your home when no one's around. Like I say, a kindness and respect is a thought process too. And how they will respond if they start to get connected with this energy is more of a heart opening. more of a feeling of like, I don't need to be the judge. God is the judge. I'm not the judge. And let go of the fight. Because if I'm fighting and you're fighting and he's fighting, and you can see with the news, you watch this news, it says this. You watch this news, it says that. The only way out is just to be kind to your brothers and sisters. Be kind to one another. This war, like I say, this war on our consciousness is trying to purposely create those wedges between people. If we're not together as a team, then we're off alone over here, as a nucleus, a strong nucleus, all living life. We're much more powerful. You all know that. We all know that. But again, just reminding you here, and a simple formula of being kind and respectful to one another. Do you ever have a bad day and you just get angry and you just keep fighting up against the current and you're watching yourself and you're spinning and you're just getting angrier and angrier and more frustrated, and everybody you meet in that day, you become more and more rude, and then they're rude to you, and then they're rude to someone, and then they're rude to someone, and you just feel like that, right? You're putting that perpetual fight out into the world. And then there's times when you just feel like you smile at someone, they smile back, and then they smile at someone. You just feel like, or you do a little random act of kindness, and you feel good in your heart. It makes you feel good. And that feeling good, you put out to someone, and then they feel good. Or if you think of someone and you send them flowers, or, kindness. Like, these are just little things, but I'm not just meaning kindness to each individual or to that person you meet, also in how you vibrate. Oh, you can choose to either be nasty, or you can choose to let them be. Let them be. Yes, kindness is a self-healing practice. And it's not about being a doormat, and it's not being a nice person even. It's way beyond that. It's about live and let live. It's about, like, the Buddhists and Christ. And my teacher used to talk about living in a neutral place. And neutral is a place where we're not a positive and we're not a negative. We're not like in love with everybody and saving the world, and we're not hating the world and a rebel. We're neutral. And kindness is along that frequency of, somebody wants to get in line, go. Go, go. Instead of fighting them to get there first, go ahead. I find that flow allows things to move much more easily, like a Tai Chi. And the respect is, well, how you want to be treated. Just treat people how you want to be treated. And I found that living this way has helped me tremendously. Even with all my knowledge, even with all my wisdom from all these years, I speak very little about most of it. It doesn't really matter. I'm kind and I'm respectful to your beliefs and your beliefs, and it seems to be working out for me just fine. I want to say a little quick prayer for everybody, and that's because if you're saying this, that my prayer for you now is that you learn the importance of you being alive on this planet now, and that you connect with why exactly you're here, and you connect with the purpose of why you're here. And all those things that are standing in the way of that be erased. And that you allow kindness and respect for yourself and all the things around you. And may this go out to you and to everyone in your day. And that wherever you're struggling and wherever you're having a hard time, may you find peace with that. May you find a true solution and the freedom to let you move forward now into the real place where you're meant to be. It truly is a gift we're here. And may you connect to that. Amen.